Climate crisis, terrorism, and widening inequalities threaten the cooperative spirit that sustained peace for many past decades. At such a moment, forums like this conference carry exceptional significance. This reminds us that multilateralism must not only be preserved, it must be revitalized through openness, inclusion, and the active participation of people's representatives. This is how we can rebuild trust in international cooperation based on dialogue, diplomacy, mutual respect, and shared responsibility. This year's theme, Peace, Security, and Development, highlights a simple but very powerful truth. These goals go hand in hand. At both domestic and international levels, peace enables growth, development sustains peace, and security and cooperation fortify the foundations for progress. To achieve these objectives, we must ensure that institutions are accountable and inclusive, both nationally and internationally, so that the benefits of peace, security, and development reach all the people. Excellencies, distinguished guests, peace and security are not abstract ideals, they are essential conditions for human progress. The persistence of conflicts and unresolved disputes continue to cast long shadows over our shared aspirations. These challenges transcend borders, demanding collective resolve and coordinated action. No nation, no matter how strong or self-reliant, can confront these alone. One of the major global challenges of our time is terrorism. Pakistan has been a bulwark against this menace that does not recognize any boundary, religion, gender, ethnicity, or race. We categorically reject acts of terrorism in all forms and manifestations, whether these take place in Islamabad, as it happened yesterday, or anywhere else in the world. Just we witnessed two heinous acts of terrorism in Wana and Islamabad in last 48 hours, resulting in loss of 15 precious lives. We strongly condemned this heinous act of violence and extend our deepest condolences to the bereaved families. Let me be very clear, these cowardly acts will never shake or weaken our national resolve to deal with this menace. If anything, they reaffirm our conviction that dialogue, understanding, and partnerships are the only sustainable path to peace and security. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan's foreign policy is firmly anchored in the principles of Charter of the United Nations, sovereign equality, peaceful settlement of disputes, non-interference, and friendly relations among countries. These principles guide our engagement not only at the UN, but also at other multilateral platforms, including the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Shanghai Cooperation, and of course here at the ISC. From Pakistan's perspective, dialogue has always been our preferred instrument for stability and progress. We have consistently advocated for regional cooperation, conflict prevention, and equitable development as the foundations of a peaceful world order. Our decades-long commitment to multilateralism reflects Pakistan's enduring belief that dialogue, not discord, must define humanity's future. Parliamentary and executive diplomacy, working hand in hand, make this engagement credible, consistent, and people-centered. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan is honored to serve as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council for the 2 years term 2025 and 2026. As the President of the Security Council in July 2025, I convened an open debate on promoting international peace and security through multilateralism and peaceful settlement of disputes. The Council also, after years, unanimously adopted a Pakistan-sponsored resolution on strengthening mechanism for the peaceful settlement of dispute. These initiatives reaffirmed the global consensus on dialogue, diplomacy, and respect for international law as the foundation of peace. Pakistan's experience uniquely positions it as a bridge between the global south and global north, and between regions and civilizations. We believe cooperation must replace competition, and equitable partnerships, not hierarchies, should define the future international order. Through both parliamentary and executive diplomacy, Pakistan will continue to advance this inclusive vision. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, as we deliberate here, let us reaffirm our faith in dialogue and cooperation. Let us demonstrate that parliaments and governments working together can rebuild trust in multilateralism and renew hope in collective action. I thank all honorable delegates, speakers, and participants, especially our esteemed foreign guests and Pakistani parliamentarians, for their active engagement yesterday and for reconvening with the same spirit this morning. Your valuable contribution make this conference a true celebration of global parliamentary partnership and dialogue. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan stands ready to continue serving as a bridge builder, united regions, amplifying the voices of the developing world and promoting peace through justice and dialogue. Ultimately, the purpose of diplomacy, whether in the chamber or the chancery, is to serve people. People-centered diplomacy ensures that peace dividends reach citizens, that development is inclusive, and that international cooperation is measured by human progress, not just political agreements or slogans. The Inter-Parliamentary Speakers Conference embodies that approach, diplomacy rooted in representation, anchored in accountability, and driven by empathy. Together, let us shape a fairer, safer, and more prosperous world for all. Finally, I wish our honorable foreign guests an enjoyable and memorable stay in Islamabad and very safe return